Hello, welcome back to Kaiserreich. So I've set up a bunch of training orders now on a bunch of new divisions and new ships and stuff as well. We've got a Pacific theater now for our fleets, because I neglected that last episode. I'm sending a submarine flotilla there, led by Youngblood and Ants. See if we can find any info on him. None. Huh. There seems to be a lot of info on the admirals. But anyways, Youngblood and Ants is going to lead the Pacific flotilla. Or, yeah, submarine flotilla. And then the Atlantic flotilla is led by Hyman G. Rickover. And then the home fleet, the Red Navy, is going to be led by the air controller, pretty good. Probably this one. Ironside is good as well, but he's got great stats, so he's going to lead that fleet. Also set all the infantry to train, and I've also set all of our air power that isn't fully trained to train, and just moving the mic a little bit. Right, so let us unpause. I'm incredibly excited for the idea of oh, the Germans are actually pushing in. But yeah, I'm incredibly excited for the idea of like playing a powerful nation again that can really exert a lot of pressure, like foreign policy wise, in the world. Also, this episode is recorded right off the back of the last one, so if I do not respond to your criticisms or your suggestions from the previous episode, I apologize. Oklahoma is still the weirdest shaped state. Of course, Colorado is also up in the running, being a straight up square except for up here and up down there apparently. Custer division. And we didn't finish any others, nope. Also, after this video is live, or sorry, not this video. Shit, that was the past video. No, I'm not going to be streaming after this video. At the end of the past video. That doesn't matter now, because that's in the past now. Basically, what I'm saying is fucking follow me on Twitch, dude. If I hit a certain number of followers, I get a bunch of like features unlocked, kind of like how YouTube unlocks a certain number of features when you hit a threshold for subscribers. Like for example, I can't monetize my videos until I get 1,000 subscribers yet. Or yeah, until I get 1,000 subscribers, which is like, also we should deal with the feds now. Since the revolution broke out, we've accumulated an extensive list of political prisoners whom are awaiting trial. Now that the war is over, our time, or the time to judge these men has finally come. Although some amongst our leadership believes in rehabilitating these captives, other, more radical comrades are eagerly calling for extreme revolutionary justice. Yeah, so what I was going to say was, like YouTube, if you get 1,000 subscribers, you unlock a bunch of features like some community stuff. I don't have full community access, but I do have some community stuff. I think I can make community posts and polls, but I'm not sure. But if I hit 1,000 subscribers, all that stuff unlocks to me, as well as monetization, so that I can start earning a small, but, you know, still meaningful income off of these videos. Which would be kind of cool. Destroy reactionary terrorists. So the revolution has been won, and yet a number of reactionary terrorists refuse to lay down their arms. We must deal with them once and for all. Yeah, I mean, we gotta though. Ouch. Yeah, this needs to be modified. We can get that manpower up. Yeah, we also did finish another carrier, and it is the CSS Ranger. Another Solidarity class. Let's actually send these guys over here. It's going to create a fleet out of them, but I'm going to set that back into the reserves once they reach that area. It's just so that the the Pacific fleet doesn't have to go that far to reinforce, which would be kind of shitty. Like, if they have to wait for reinforcement to come all the way from the eastern seaboard through the Panama Canal, which, you know, that might get shut off at some point, or blown up. That'd be kind of strategically inept on my part to create that kind of weakness in our general naval structure. Let us rebuild. I want to rebuild the south first, because that's a lot of states. So is the Rocky Mountain states, but they don't have as much of a population. Man, I can smell some cooking and it smells fucking delicious. We can probably afford to speed it up a bit. Even with the entirety of the Navy and the entirety of the Air Force activated, and the entirety of our Army activated, for training purposes, which means they're constantly active, we're still building up a fuel stockpile, which is fucking insane. Empire of Japan annexed the Philippines. Make sure all these planes are also exercising. They are. We can probably assign a... Let's see, maybe bombers, but we most of all need fighters up here. Just for air superiority in that state, in case the Canadians invade. I've got the same stuff set up over here, and we probably should... oh, actually, yeah, we've got that set up over here as well. And over here, we've got heavy fighters here and here and here. The heavy fighters are used for spotting airplanes at sea. And we've got naval bombers stationed in Florida because of all the sea zones they can reach. As well as we'll probably have actual bombers set up here so we can bomb the islands if need be, if we go to war with the Entente, for example, who hold all of these territories over here, the Bahamas and stuff, through the West Indies Confederation. Led by Gordon James Letham. Federalist bombing again. Oh, they went... wait. Doesn't seem like a very healthy republic, but okay. That's Francisco Franco. That is the leader of the Francoists, the Falange Española of, you know, of real life. The Phalangists there, who allied with fascists and monarchists and so on and so forth against the historical radicals, the socialists and the anarchists and whatnot. That's very interesting. Also, apologies if this stream, or sorry, this stream, what the fuck, my brain is frying. This video becomes kind of like an ASMR shitfest because my voice is kind of low, so I'm kind of trying to rest it. So I'm a little bit closer to the mic and I'm talking in a little bit more calm manner, I suppose. I'm trying less to project my voice, I suppose. Yeah, let's have that event. So if we pardon the federal leaders, we get Ernest King as a naval commander. We get James, Lucian Truscott is good, but we also get James Garish Ord. We kind of need the political power, though. Those are good leaders. With the revolution over, the time now comes to deal with those that fought against us. The charges against, among other former federal politicians, Douglas MacArthur, that of seizing the government, that needs a rewrite, that of seizing the government and suspending civil rights in defense of conservative Democrats. Henry Morgenthau Jr. has appeared in MacArthur's stead due to his recent exile. Representing the business and social interests of the old regime, Morgenthau stated that it was only under MacArthur that the mob violence against Jews committed by the AFP was halted. The testimony of MacArthur's reluctance to accept extra-legal power and his personal accounts of admiring the socialist James Coxey has swayed some. Ultimately, the jury has decided to. I wanna pardon them just so we can get Lucian Truscott and Ernest King. Fuck it, this is gonna have a longer term impact. We're gonna pardon them. And then we need to lay off on the political power now so we can get it up again. Let's see, what do we build next? We've got a bunch of airports. We should probably actually build airports in the center of the country, just in case. Some people are going to be upset that I pardoned a bunch of people in the last episode and in this episode, but I feel like those who did the worst shit, like, we didn't pardon everyone, obviously. We pardoned only military leaders and like, you know, middlemen who I guess might have done some horrible shit, but I don't know if necessarily they did. The event doesn't say anything about it. The only people whom I would, you know, obviously hold to account would be Huey Long and Douglas MacArthur, but they've gone. So we've pardoned the people who are useful to us, of course. Kind of like the Americans did in with Germany after the Second World War. Well, useful for us and a reasonably enough clean record that they could, you know, with some reasonable, or well, not with reasonable doubt, but like with enough, they would be easier to convince people that these people might be innocent or they might not be that bad. So they could help the Americans with, you know, various technological and military projects and stuff, as well as help out in Western Germany. The Soviets, of course, had much more of a hardline, but when did the Soviets not? Hope you can hear this song, because it's a nice one. Trying to keep it low enough that, well, YouTube is very good at spotting copyrighted music with their algorithms. So the videos are going to get demonetized anyways, but it doesn't matter because I don't make any money. But I want to try to find a nice level where Twitch doesn't spot the music, because the first VOD did not get muted, but parts of the second stream did get muted. The red rag. Huh. Dude, our production is insane. Daily gain 19,800. Like, we need to build up a crazy big navy to even have any chance of like using up all that. That is absurd. Also, we have way more convoys than we could ever need. Let's build up those designs that I was talking about. It was the Madison class. Wasn't it? I think it was. We do aircraft facilities for the spotting and stuff. Anti-air, of course, for the defense. .28 knots seems good enough. What do you call a super fast battleship in this? So Dreadnought is Dreadnought in this would be a BB, I think, a battleship, or super heavy actually. So this is a BB. No name list, of course, sadly. Start constructing the Madison class, and let us update the this one. Submarine. Get the most modern torpedo tubes. Keep the sonar and get the most modern engine, and there you go. And this will be the... Got the Shark, we got the Porpoise, we got Farragut was a destroyer class. Let's call this a Saboteur class. In honor of the many unionist, well, as in like labor union, people who would sabotage production in our enemies' factories and whatnot. And then the last submarine we'll make... Oh, no, sorry, we actually want to keep making these, but the last submarine we'll make of the old class has already been made, so let's build the new class. Saboteur class, there we go, and let's look at even more here, because we've got 12 more, so we can probably upgrade some more stuff here. First of all, I'm gonna assign the civilian factories so we don't waste this production. So upgrade the infrastructure here a bit. That makes constructing everything else in that tile faster. We have a lot of CP, so I should probably try to upgrade some of our generals here. Smedley Butler, fully upgraded, of course. John Tisa, will give him... I suppose we'll give him adaptable. We can still give him a ton more. I'm gonna give him infantry expert as well. Holy shit, his attack. Guerrilla fighter is also really good. He was, where was he from? He was like, oh, he was he Italian Spanish or something? Italian Mexican or Italian Cuban? See if we can find out. Hopefully it'll still tell us. Cuban Italian, yeah, there we go. So, the guerrilla thing is like, that's oddly appropriate, considering the you know, the Che Guevara, you know, that kind of revolutionary deal on Cuba. Reconstruction is over. Yes, please. With advancing recovery from the Civil War, yes. Give it to me. Problem with multiple theaters is that they will not reinforce across theaters, so if the fleet here is lacking in submarines, they won't pull from this reserve here. So I gotta like sometimes manually babysit this and make sure that they have enough in the reserves. Still a complete standstill over here. Mexicans are fighting Central American Republic. Yeah, we gotta stop the Mexicans. Though my worry is that if we attack them, they'll join the Third International, which is going to put us on the side of the German Empire in the war, which I don't necessarily want that, but I don't necessarily want the Union of Britain or the Commune of France to win either. So we're in a tough spot there. I think we want to maybe focus on the Entente first, knock them out of the war, which is going to alleviate, I think, some pressure on the Communards. And then we can focus on potentially taking out the various unions and the Commune. Then Germany. Though I think the way we should do this is we should not attack mainland Europe until we've liberated a bunch of colonies. So if we're fighting Germany, our focus should be on Asia first, liberating the German colonies. Possibly fighting the Japanese, if need be, to liberate their colonies, like the Empire of Japan's occupation of the Philippines, and, you know, their alliances with the various nations in the east here. Our west, of course. Fall of Beijing. Or Peking. Yeah, this area here is always hell. So many casualties spent fighting over a small choke point, you know, geographically, relatively speaking, in Hearts of Iron 4 terms. It's obviously a massive stretch of land. Upgraded radar. Let's get the decryption, or encryption, sorry. What other fleets do we need to make, or like fleet stuff? Other ships, I mean. We don't have an improved destroyer hull, which is kind of worrying. We can probably upgrade our cruiser design. Should we have planes or torpedoes on the cruiser? We get minus 20% reliability for this, and their reliability is already 64%. Like for both of those. See if we can do something else. I mean, we should have float planes for spotting, because they're going to be spotting as cruisers as part of their job. Medium batteries would reduce their speed, but they're spotters, so they're not like fast response ships. But then again, as spotters, they don't necessarily need to like fight all that much. So I'll put light batteries. What's this one there? A light cruiser battery. Compare the two. Stronger and reduces the speed quite a lot more. Increases HP though, so that's good. Does make it a lot stronger, so I'll put that on, and I'll do the fire control system, and I'll do reconstruction is over. Actually, no, I'll do a sonar for the detection of submarines. Cruiser engine, secondary battery, armor will do the most up-to-date cruiser armor. There we go, we've got a lot more speed now. So it's not even a problem. Yeah, I'm not gonna do any of those things. This is gonna be a standard cruiser, not a specialized one, and we will call it a CL, I think. And the cruisers are called something like... Look at the naming convention that we had before. Omaha class, so they are... Omaha, where's Omaha? Or what is Omaha? Is Omaha a town, a city, a county, or a what? It's the largest city in Nebraska. You know what? We'll call it the, we will call it... Let's look at, are there any, like, any names that make sense for... Bangor, I think, is also a submarine. Or that's Omaha, actually. Also, or it's a... oh, we'll call it the Cheyenne class, or Cheyenne class. I had like 3 conversation threads in my head there at the same time. I completely forgot what the fuck I was saying. My brain shorted out. That's fine though. Let's see. Should we start the social revolution? Oh yeah, that replaces advancing with nearly full recovery. That would be good. And then after that, Second Constitutional Convention. I'll try to get the Second Constitutional Convention during this video, I think. Oh my god, Cuba has joined the Reichspakt. Okay then, well, let's stop trading with them. And let's rebuild the South. Yeah, let's stop trading with those guys. Destroy longest terrorists. And the loyalist terrorists. Who can we trade with then? We could trade with the Icelandic. They're pretty good, but we need chromium. We need a lot of it. Who's got a lot of chromium? No one has enough except for like Cuba and Russia and stuff in South Africa. Guess we'll trade with South Africa, even though I think they're also in the Reichspakt. No, they're not. Cool. And then I think we are going to invade Cuba because we need that chromium. And that's going to put us in the war against the German Empire. So what's the thing that actually puts us towards... it's the World Revolution or something, I think. We are going to go for Free the New World, though, I think. American aid. This unlocks the decision to join the International, which is not something we want to do. We want to take over Canada and all that stuff. Unlocks exporting the revolution decisions. Yeah, this looks interesting, so we're going to go with the right side there. But I don't see anything here that necessarily puts us at war with Cuba or anything, so... we'll probably have to justify that manually. I'll save those in case we get a focus that gives us bonuses to researching that stuff.
Yes, sir. Attention.
Look at these extremely elite divisions. I like it. We've got the Relief, we've got the Saratoga, the Redwood, the Mingo, the Haywood. We have an Enterprise. No, Enterprise, I don't know if Enterprise actually sounds enough like a Syndicalist ship. Maybe we'll call it... I don't know, what do we call it? Gotta find a cool name for it. Got the let's see, we've got Solidarity class, of course, but none of them are actually called Solidarity. The first one is called Lexington. The first one of a ship should always be the name, like, the class of the ship. The first ship of a class should always have the same name as a class. Commune of Hawaii has capitulated to the Japanese, I'm assuming. No, the West Indies Confederation. The Entente declared war on them. Oh, of course, they joined the Internationale. Well, I mean, we're gonna take that back. But yeah, we should probably rename a ship to... This one should probably be the Lexington, honestly. Or sorry, the Solidarity, but since it's going to be a bit outdated, I think we'll call the next one the Solidarity. Not any of these two, though. That's a Saratoga. This will be called, I guess, the... this will be called... I don't know, dude. This is hard. Naming stuff is hard. Maybe we could just call it Baton Rouge. It's got the word red in it, so... And... let's start... Oh, actually, let's have a look at the tech to see how far away we are from the next carrier. We can actually research the next carrier, so the next carrier will be a different class. In which case, I'll make another Solidarity class. Oh, it's actually going to be called the Yorktown, but I'm going to rename it to the... oh shit, I didn't actually put in CSS, but CSS Solidarity. There you go. Baton Rouge. Or is that? Yeah, it's correct. Right, well, we are at the end of the video, so thank you so much for watching. The social revolution is done. I did not actually get the second constitutional convention in this video, so please, let me know which one of these I should go for. Rad Socialist or Syndicalist. I am open to all suggestions. I will do the second constitutional convention now. And again, let me know. If you haven't already, follow me on Twitch for live streams. We're streaming the Papal States, and that happened yesterday from when this... No, sorry, 2 days ago from when this video came out, but I'll no doubt be streaming again over the weekend, possibly, in the next week. And what else? What else should I say? Of course, support me on Patreon if you'd like to support me financially, but only if you can. And that is about it. Twitter, Discord, you'll find that down below. Nice community in Discord. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. We've broken the chains. Next, well, the chains in America. Next, we're going to break the chains that are wrapped around the entirety of the world. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.